$19 Fortnite card? Is that even a thing?
$19 Fortnite card.
And you're like, who wants it? Welcome everyone. We have 17 people here right now. That is amazing.
A lot of
All right.
people.
Yes, it's I think that's the most people have had at the start of a stream. All right, welcome everyone. How is everyone doing today? We are back with Nexius, Anopolis, and Vesquad. So,
Fast Squad.
is that how I say it?
Close
Did
enough.
I say it wrong?
I don't even know how to pronounce it myself, so.
All right,
It's a
Vesquad.
small word.
Ninja. Wait, that's the same one. Argonaut. What's changed since the last stream?
Oh man,
We did a lot.
It's
Let
been
me-
a lot.
hop on the Trello real fast
Yeah.
so I can take a look. Well, we finished update 1.4.
Video coming soon.
Video coming soon. Yeah, we already have the script for that.
Awesome.
We've been slacking on the YouTube videos lately,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
bunch of stuff. The vehicle stuff, the video that has already been released, went over that, and some other stuff with
Actually, that video was not released, dude.
Yeah, that video never
Wait,
came out.
that's my bad. We have a video coming soon over two things that we just did in 1.4. One of them goes over all the changes to vehicles because that was a huge aspect of it,
There's
and the
a
other
lot
one
of
goes
things.
over the entire update, everything else. So, video is coming soon explaining that.
I think
Awesome.
D 1.4 is probably the biggest update we've done.
Oh
so
yeah,
far.
it's the biggest update that we've done so far, and that's something that we have done since the last stream.
And D 1.5 is going to be even bigger. Huge.
Yeah, so what do you guys use to create your models, like the cars and the...
Okay, so I use Blender for everything. Like if it's a prop, so that includes like just random stuff you find on the map, like props like that, vehicles, planes, boats, all that. That's all Blender. The only thing I use Roblox Studio for is the terrain and the buildings. So
That's awesome.
the vehicles are made in Blender.
Cool. Yeah, I've always... Blender is confusing. I must say, it is very
Yeah.
confusing. I do not get it at all. All
It's
right.
it's a lot easier to do complicated stuff than
Yeah.
Roblox Studio, so
Mm-hmm.
kind of had
Yeah.
to transition to it.
Yeah, because in Roblox Studio, you can't do too much of, like,
Yeah,
curves and that type
yeah.
of thing.
Curves are a no-go in Roblox Studio. So
Pi Gaming, what is the objective of Arctica?
that's a good question. Let me just here we go. So it's basically just an exploration game. So I can't really say there's one clear-cut like defined objective. So think Wild West, for example, Tradelands, if you've ever played that.
Yep.
You're just kind of exploring and chilling and getting money and all
Building
that.
up your
But in
base.
Arctica, there will be like major incentives to explore and
Yeah.
go around the map and find cool stuff and stuff like that.
Raptor in it, is Arctica like Liftoff, but with land and sea vehicles?
No.
Negative. I don't know how you could make that comparison.
It's
Liftoff,
probably impossible.
to be honest, Liftoff isn't really like anything. Literally all you do is click a button and watch a rocket go up and then do that over and over again. So Arctica will actually have gameplay. You'll actually be doing stuff instead of just clicking buttons on your screen.
All right. Will cars have a huge interface made of durability parts that you can upgrade attachments like snowplows or something?
Yeah.
We do plan for having being able to upgrade your vehicles with stuff.
I'm muted?
No, he was
Whoa.
talking about me.
Oh, okay.
You're not muted.
I was about to say.
You will be able to upgrade your vehicle. Yeah.
Oh, Ian's question says durability. We did one of the things that we literally just did. The most recent thing that we did for 1.5 is load limits for your vehicle. That's kind of like durability, I guess. So you can't put too much weight in your vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you will also a short list of the things you'll be able to upgrade so far. You can upgrade your engine to get better fuel efficiency. You can add more mounts on it, mount jerry cans, so you can explore for longer.
Okay.
upgrade your tires to get better traction, add a hitch to it to be able to attach a trailer, and upgrade your roof for extra storage space.
That's
Speaking
awesome.
of vehicles, one of the things that I've been working on literally like today, that I actually just finished today, is one
Oh,
of
yeah.
the big vehicles has a crane on it, and you're gonna be able to use the crane to pick things up. And I just finished.
All right, Greeny, will there be a drill for collecting iron cores? Ores? I think
Ice
you meant
cores.
ice cores. Sorry, I read that wrong. And then ruins of the past for researching.
Yes.
Ice cores have been something that we have heavily considered, and if I'm being honest, they probably will be in the game at some point. Maybe not on release, but they'll
Update.
definitely be in
Could
the
be an
game
update.
eventually.
Yep.
All right.
Actually, they might even be on release. I don't know yet. But
What are ice cores?
you just take a big column of ice out of the ground, and then scientists can use because ice builds up over years in Antarctica, so they can use the cross section of the ice to look at what the environment looked like thousands of years ago.
Okay, we already asked that one. What were some of the games that you guys used to develop? Maybe inspiration, maybe? I'm not
Oh,
sure.
the games that we used to develop back in the day, like all the games that we haven't released yet. I think that's what he's talking about.
Oh, guys that used to develop. Dude, I cannot think
So
right now.
we can go over the top two. We were gonna develop a game. We were actually making a game called Sub-Zero. That's like a Apocalypse Rising survival game like that. So like basically Apocalypse Rising, but it's set like basically it's like really cold. And yeah, that's still a really cool game. We still have tons of we had a document for it that just listed out all of our ideas. It was 18 pages long. So, but we never finished it. And then
It's
we were
one of the
making another
game.
game called
Yeah.
Airport Tycoon that
Ooh.
we got pretty decently far in, but we never finished that either.
Was that kind of like the airport tycoon that was created, or
Oh,
was that just
like
something
the one that's
totally
on
different?
the one that's on the front page,
Or I don't
or
mean
there
like the
was like a
exact
couple
same
months ago.
thing, or was it like that?
No,
Or
it wasn't. No, it wasn't a tycoon like that at all. It was like a completely. It was just called Airport Tycoon. It was kind of like a code name for it.
all
But
right.
Yeah. These guys have probably made how many games? Unfinished games, do you think?
Oh,
15,
freaking
20,
hundreds.
30?
dozens.
Dozens. There even before Airport Tycoon, because Airport Tycoon was the first game that we really got serious about, and we were like actually wanted to make a game. But before that, literally all the time. Like I can't count on both my fingers, both my hands, how many games we've tried to make.
And what kind of plugins do you use for terrain, or just normal studio editor?
I use the normal studio editor is like really bad in my opinion, and that opinion is shared with a lot of developers in the developing scene. I think it's like terrible. So
it's
I use that, but only for like the basic stuff, like actually getting terrain down. But to like actually shape it, I use a plugin called Build V4, made by I forget who made it, but it's a pretty old plugin. But
yeah.
it's really the only plugin that I found that like you can use it to shape terrain that isn't just a copy of the default Roblox tools. So that's
Yep.
the only plugin I use. It's called Build V4. It's made by Blobby Blob.
Yeah.
My man.
Nice.
Hasn't Blobby Bob made a lot of good plugins?
Blobby Blob is like one of the goats. Not many people know him because he didn't ever like make a game, but he's one of the goats.
He's one of the OGs, a goat in the development scene.
Yeah, he's a wiki writer for the Roblox wiki.
He's
so
somebody
should
that
say,
has contributed a lot to the development scene, but he hasn't actually made a game. He's
Ask them, how did you learn scripting?
that's cool.
I don't really
that
have a solid answer for that. I can tell you what I did. First of all, I can give you some advice if you are trying to learn scripting yourself. And the advice is to stay away from YouTube videos because, like, I don't mean any offense to these YouTubers that are making the videos, but like people like Alvin Blocks, Peace Factory, like you watch the videos and you don't actually learn anything. Like they just tell you how to do it. But like the best thing that you can do is go on the wiki, learn the API, and practice yourself. Practice, practice, practice. That's the only thing that you can do. And you can also use resources outside of Roblox to learn actual industry standard techniques and stuff. So the biggest aspect of it is practice, and for me, staying away from YouTube videos.
Will Game Passes be just for vehicles? Because I want to know what your plan is for in-game purchases.
Game passes.
For-
So right now we had a bunch of ideas for Game Pass and stuff like that, but that was forever ago. And the game
Yeah.
is like the idea is so much different from what it was back then. Right now, we really don't have any ideas for any Game Passes or anything like that at all at the moment.
In-game monetization, making money is not something that we've really thought of yet. The
Yeah.
only thing
With-
that we know for sure that will be in the game is being able to buy money.
Yeah,
for
and
it. And
I
that's-
think we
that's
went
all
through
we
this
thought
last
of.
time, but when we do monetize it, our philosophy is going to be pack the game passes with features and sell them for cheap. That's what we're going to do. And that's not me just saying that to get everybody to buy it. That's genuinely a decent business practice, and that's what we're that's like the way that we're going to treat game passes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Liftoff, the monetization kind of started from the beginning.
Farmer of UK asked, how can I get better at building games?
So okay. Back in my day, okay, this whole scene has changed so much since I started. So I'm not like learning anymore, to be honest, for building. Like I'm just kind of doing my own thing. I'm not really paying attention to what other people are doing and stuff like that. But I can say right now, my best advice would be to stay away from the developer forum. I am so passionately against the development forum now. It is horrible. Like the people on there, it's full of children that don't know what they're doing, that are going to give you horrible advice that is going to break your game. Just stay away from it. I think most of the moderators on the developer forum and like the trustworthy people, the people with a lot of experience, they're not active on it anymore either because they know exactly what I'm saying. So developer forum, not good. So the best way to build something, to learn how to build, YouTube videos actually help me a lot for building, so you could try those. I'm not sure if those are good these days, but just like scripting, the best thing you do is just actually do it. Just
Yeah.
start making something, and then
Find
keep
something
doing it.
that you're really interested in. Like for a while, I was trying to, if you guys know what Fallout New Vegas is, I was trying to copy the like Good Springs starting town, Fallout New Vegas, and I feel like I learned a lot just by trying to finding something that I'm interested in making.
But yeah,
All right. What would be the largest player drivable transport that is currently planned from Argonauts?
yeah. Good
The
question.
Pioneer?
It's called so there's this company that makes Antarctic. Well, it's not just exclusively Antarctic exploration vehicles, but they're just big utility, like tracked vehicles, and it's called Foremost Nodwell. And there's one called the Foremost Nodwell Pioneer, which is currently the largest planned vehicle. It's articulated, so it's like a tracked articulated vehicle. It's huge.
Yeah, it has tracks on it like a tank, and it has like 2 sections that like move. And it does that one have a crane? Does the Pioneer have a crane?
Yes, they all
Okay,
have
so-
cranes.
okay,
All the
so
tracked vehicles
All
have
the
cranes.
vehicles that tracks have cranes on them, and if you look at leaks, what we were talking about earlier, you're going to be able to actually move that crane. Like the arms are going to move, so you're going to move your mouse to where you want the crane to go, and then the crane will go there, and you'll be able to pick up a heavy box and stuff with the cranes to load them on those vehicles. So they're pretty
Nice.
cool if you ask me. And the tracks, they will actually like move up and down. Like if you ever played like War Thunder, War of Tanks or something, you see the
Yes.
tracks actually move. It's going to be just like that. It's actually be pretty cool.